All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to begin this video by giving the praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Racha, Kodash, double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the Lord's elect, beginning with the 144,000. This is a Ratazah from the Great Millstone GMS Atlanta camp. All right, back with another video. Just wanted to bring out some little news here, all right, that you may have already seen or came across. I'm pretty sure other brothers have done videos on it. I think I seen Apostle Shahar do a video on this. Either it was today or maybe it was last night. He put a video up centered around this recent news, all right, dealing with Apple and the brain chip, all right. So I got an article here from cnet.com. And it says, coming soon to Apple devices, brain control accessibility features. And it says, and then the caption here says, a standard for brain implants that would allow disabled people to control devices such as iPhones and the Apple Vision Pro could be available for developers this year. All right. And then this caption under here says a brain implant device from Synchron is part of a partnership with Apple to allow brain wave control of some of its devices. So, yeah, this is essentially the MOTB. All right, the mark of the beast, the MOTB, which we know, pursuing the Revelation, the 13th chapter, verses 14 or 15 on down. I mean, we read it so much we could damn near quote it word for word, man, because it's something that we harp on and we understand and know that that's a major prophecy, a major end time prophecy. All right, to where Esau, which is the biblical name for the so-called white man, through his system, all right, which is the beast, is going to implement a physical device. All right, it's not nothing spiritual. Okay, which some Israelite groups and camps will tell you. No, Esau, through his system, is going to implement a physical device to where he's going to force the world population to take. That's why the scripture says, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. That's everybody from the top to the bottom. All right. And it says to receive a mark in their right hand on their forehead. All right. The mark is the actual chip itself. All right. The brain implant, the RFID chip. OK. And through that chip, a big feature or function of it is that it's going to essentially replace the currency. That's why it says that no man might buy or sell. All right. It's going to replace the, as I mentioned, it's going to replace the currency. So it's not going. So that's why you see certain stores now are going cashless. All right. They don't accept cash. Now you can only use your card, or you can pay with an app. But pretty soon that's going to be done away with, and everything is going to be condensed or funneled to this chip. And this is just one of the features of it. All right. You're going to be able to use the chip to, like it says in this article. All right. You're going to be able to navigate on your different devices, whether it's your phone or your computer. All right. This is like real life Black Mirror stuff. All right. Me and a couple of the elders in the camp watching, a few of the Black Mirror episodes last night. They got a new season that came out. And we know Black Mirror, a lot of the episodes is centered around the C-hip or the chip. All right. So this is this thing is coming to pass, man. But for some reason, all right, which we know the reasons, but for some reason, your favorite Israelite, group just can't seem to come around to it, or they play around and they, dance around the subject. They don't really want to come out and just say it straight that the mark of the beast in Revelation 13 is the implantable chip. All right. But you got articles like this, which is showing you the trajectory, all right, of what Esau is doing. He's showing you the trend of what's going on, man. This technology is taking over. All right. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Right. I'm not going to read the whole article. You can, research it for yourself. Just type in Google Apple brain chip or Apple brain implant. You'll see a whole bunch of articles on it. All right. So let's get my favorite scripture on this topic. 2 Corinthians 2:11. And it reads, 2 Corinthians 2:11, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices, which we know that the spiritual demon Satan, all right, his physical counterpart on earth is Esau, all right, the so-called white man, the Edomites. They're the physical counterpart of Satan or the devil. And through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, he's not going to get the advantage or get the leverage on us. Why? Because it says, we're not ignorant of his devices. We go into this word devices. I believe in the Greek, it means, I can't remember the exact Greek word, but I know the definition. It means the plots or the schemes. All right. The counsel, the plans of this devil. We're not ignorant to that because why? We have the spirit of prophecy. The Lord basically, gave us the secrets, gave us the mysteries, gave us the breakdown to where we can see what's happening with this devil. We see his plans. What does scripture say? What's that? Jeremiah 49. Say the Lord, for I've made Esau a bear and uncovered his secret parts or secret places. He's not able to hide himself. This devil, he can't hide, man. all his plans, his agenda, all right, is out on Front Street because just as we're moving according to prophecy on the right-hand side, Esau's moving according to prophecy on the left-hand side. So we know his plans. We understand that this man is bringing forth his technology, which his technology comes from Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right, the Most High gave him his technology, but he's going to use it to try to, basically play as the Most High on the earth. That's why they got the rise of AI. He wants to have everybody, chipped, or as we say, C-hipped, so he can track and monitor you. That's the Esau has a God complex. I think that's in what's that, Isaiah 14, if I'm not mistaken. Which is the is that Isaiah 14 or is that in the book of Obadiah, the first chapter, where it says Esau would say that I will be like the Most High. So ultimately, he wants to supplant, or he wants to substitute the Most High, and he basically wants that seat. That's why he wants to bring this artificial device to try to basically take over your spirit. Esau wants to take over your spirit. Esau wants to tap into your consciousness. Because why? He wants to play that role of the Most High. But the Most High is not going to allow him to get that far. Pursuing the what is that? Job. Is that Job 17 or Job 20? Which is when he's about to fill his belly. Let's get that real quick. Right, it says when he's about to fill his belly. Let me see. It's okay, I was right. Yeah, Job 20. It's like Job 20 and 20. Let's see. Yeah, I'll start at 23 and get to the point. Job 20:23. It says when he is about to fill his belly, right, that he is the wicked, the so-called white man. It says the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him. Right, when it says fill his belly, that represents him when he's about to accomplish his New World Order agenda, which that's a part of the agenda, is to have essentially everybody chipped or C-hipped. It says the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him. See that? So when Esau thinks he's accomplished his feat or accomplished his goal, which is established the New World Order agenda, that's when the Most High is going to bring him down. And it says, and shall rain upon him while he is eating. And it says, he shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. All right, the iron weapon and the ball still is going into the nuclear missiles. Okay, so Esau's end is going to come by the way of thermonuclear war, and it says it is drawn and cometh out of the body. Yeah, the glittering sword cometh out of his gall. Terrors are upon him. See that? It says all darkness shall be hid in his secret places. Excuse me, a fire not blown shall consume him. It shall go ill with him that is left in his tabernacle. See that? Yeah, so this man is going to be brought down. His whole regime, his whole system is going to be utterly broken down and totally destroyed, and it's coming through a world war. So he's not going to be able to see his NWO agenda play out. The Most High is going to put a halt to him. All right, like we quoted, I think in a prior video, the scripture where it says, the Most High set the bounds that he cannot pass. You know, yeah, the Lord did. You know, every kingdom has his time. It's time limit. All right, and we're reaching that point. All right, so you know, this is more information. All right, to show that we're heading to that time or the mark. All right, it said that this year. I think it's, if I'm not mistaken, it said this year you got people gonna be getting it. They're running all these tests, you know. So we seeing, man, we seeing the prophecies play out. We're seeing the mark of the beast in real time roll out, man. You know, so that's why we vehemently, you know, warn our people about what this man is doing. All right, and this man is being Esau Edom, so-called white man. So that's pretty much it. Just want to do a quick little quick little video on this article. All right. Like I said, you could, read the article on your own or just do your own research and check it out. I'm pretty sure there's some videos out there on it. Watch, go ahead and watch the other brothers and apostles, elders videos, because hey, man, we in a real hot time, man. You see it right there. All right. So with that, Lord willing, you was edified by this video. If the Spirit moved you to watch, giving no praise to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Ba'ashem Rachak Wadash. And Lord willing, to the next video, we're going to say Shalom.